So I did a bit of an intro before, and oh no, I think it might have come across a little bit crappy. But anyway, we'll redo it. We're in the Slade Point Reserve. We're just going to do a walk around each of the circuits and just have a look at the condition and what maintenance needs to be done, and see if we can get the trails maintained a little bit more regularly. But anyway, let's go for a walk. So for the most part, it's just like this. It's actually pretty good, you know. You get a little bit of grass during the wet season starting to encroach, but I mean that's normal. That's okay. And we are walking through sand dunes and shit, so the track gets a bit of a pounding every now and again. This is the first of the hazards. There's been a couple of runners caught out here. See if you can work out why. That's it. Yeah, that's it. That's it for it, right? It's caught a couple of us out, a few of us out. You come through those leaves there, you don't see it, and smacks your fair and head. So we're going to go around the amphitheatre circuit first. That's the shortest one. There's actually 3 circuits. I'm not sure what the middle one's called, but we're going to go around the amphitheatre one first, then the one that's the next longest, and then we'll go around the full reserve circuit. So some parts of this is just to define the track. I mean, some bits of it, if you don't know where you're going, if it's first time in here, then sometimes you can lose the track with a bit of this overgrowth, but a little bit more use and that'll get worn down. This is the first of the sand ladders. This is what they should look like. This is a great asset in here. I love coming in here for a walk or a trail run these days. It doesn't need a lot of maintenance. I mean, not every week or even every month, but you know, occasionally it needs a crew in here just to make sure the tracks are defined, the signs are standing up, sand ladders in good nick, and no trees down her. I mean, just get in here a couple of times a year and just do a bit. So I've been coming in here for probably about 3 years now, just doing some bit of walking and running and stuff. And I think I've seen crews in here once. I've seen evidence of where they've sort of come in and did some spot weeding or weed control, but not much. Usually it's a bit shitty actually. Like I say, I brought the pruners in myself occasionally and made it a bit safer for myself. Make sure I don't get stuck in the eye with a stick or something. Just a little minor hassle. It's you've just got to go off track just a tiny bit, but I mean that's the sort of thing I'm talking about. So I've seen what the sand ladders should look like. This is a bit of an example of what they should look like. Still on the middle circuit. These are the next of the sand ladders, or bits and pieces of what used to be here. See the sand starting to get washed away in places. I mean, it's all right, but it's not how it should be. So another forward whacker. This is the sand track just across to where it joins up to the full reserve circuit. It's usually pretty good. There's no sand ladders being used, but just tracks, and they're not bad. It might not be a one that's used that often either. I think the full reserve circuit and the amphitheatre circuits are the main ones that are used. Really easy to see, but there's the remnants of a sand ladder under that. So that gives you a bit of an idea of how often this one's been looked at. That's the last little couple of rails of it. So, obviously not real good for the dunes, but I mean, that one's not a biggie, but anyway, that gives you a bit of an idea of maintenance or lack of. This one's in pretty good nick actually. A couple come loose a little bit towards the top, but mainly this one's pretty good. Just cutting back across on the amphitheatre circuit to get back over the other side now to get to the junction of the tracks where the full reserves circuit starts. Leaves the middle circuit. Anyway, while you at it, this is another look at that sand ladder I mentioned earlier. A bit crappy. So this is where the full circuit branches off, heads down that way. That one there is that sand track that leads across to join up to the full circuit again, take you back to the main entrance. This is a really nice section of the trail here. The hill there is done with logs, water bars, and holds together really well. Which way does the track go? No way. This little bit of track's in pretty good nick. I quite enjoy coming through here. It's a really nice walk or run or whatever you're doing. It's a little bit flat and it gets a bit rainforesty. It's yeah, it's really cool. This is one instance of that snapsen something working. There was a tree down over the track a little while ago, and I put a snap in, and about a week and a half later, someone had been in here and cleared the track for us. Very nice. You know, come to think of it, I'm not sure, I'm not absolutely certain that was the council that done that. Maybe it was a resident. If it was, thanks. If it was council, thanks. This is a really cool little offshoot in here. When it's dry, it's real shitty, but when it's wet, you get this. Very pretty. bet a lot of you didn't think this was here. So this is a T intersection in the track. That there goes out to the road. That's a nice little walk through some little bit of rainforest and stuff. Fairly flat. Track's in good nick out to there, so I'm not going to go and do that. I went out there yesterday. That's fine. But we're going that way. This is a bit of an oddity. Councils, the constructors of the reserve, obviously put this boardwalk in here. I'm not sure anyone uses it. It's the main track is around it. I mean, we should be. But, you know, it's a bit of a step off the ends. I don't know why anyone's not using it, but anyway, it's there and it's good. When it's wet like it is now, it keeps your feet dry. So here's a major obstacle. That's where the track goes, and dirty great tree down, obviously during those storms and all that heavy rain we had, but you can't get up there now, so off the track, just watch that. And we shouldn't be really carving extra tracks through here. It's just upsets the apple cart. And stick to the track if you can, but obviously with that there you can't. So the bit we've just come through, and for a K or so before that, probably my favourite bit of the reserve. It's really nice. It gets a fair bit of shade. Pretty to look at. Yeah, it's just a nice walk. I haven't been down this one in donkey's ages because it's been blocked off for ages. It looks like it's opened up again. It's a track through to the beach. I'm not going to go all the way, but you get the idea, through some of the sand dunes and to the beach. Another sand ladder. I'll mark this one in, but you get the idea about these. Guess what that used to be? So this is the intersection of the Slade Point Reserve and the Bulk Ports Reserve. That track heads off through the sand dunes. It's apparently a really nice walk as well. Haven't done it myself. I should. There's the intersection that takes you back to the main entrance. This one is the beach circuit. Well, I guess so. There's a beach circuit, but that intersection there's really no signage. But this one is the one that takes you to the beach. Off the main track, that is. believe it or not, the track goes that way. But anyway, before we go down there, we'll just this is one of the beach accesses. It's, what is it, probably about 100 yards down from the Lambert's. So that was a quick walk to the beach. Now, this is the marked track. So if you're following any hiking apps or anything like that, this is where it's going to point you. I mean, you can go to the beach if you want. It's probably a bit easier walk. But this is a nice little walk as well. Just sometimes parts of it can get a little bit ill-defined or not defined very well, or however you put that. Beach accesses, a bit breezy anyway. Back into the open and into the wind. But anyway, that's the nearest beach access to the main entrance. Not to put a finer point on it, but this last little climb up here is a bastard. A lot better than it used to be though. Used to be a goat track. This is one of our early success stories. We snapped, send, sold this one. That was really rutted out and horrible, and people were falling down. It was really shitty. But took them about a month or so. And they come and, it might have been a little bit longer than that, because I got a phone call from them to say they didn't have the timber to do it. And then about probably a month after that, they got in and done it. Tell me why I'm puffing. This is a bit of a climb. Little bit down to the main entrance. Well, that was the 3 circuits. On most of them we skipped a little bit where it just it was just doubling back on itself. But anyway, that's the 3 circuits in the Slade Point Reserve. For the most part it's in pretty good nick, but there are some issues around the place that need to be addressed. Just a bit of a caution that if you are in the reserve, just be aware of those a few things, some sand ladders that aren't at real good nick, and that major tree that's down across the track on the full reserve circuits right out the back. It's not far from one of the road, not far, probably a kilometre or so in from one of the road accesses. But anyway, beautiful place to come for a walk or a run or a hike, or just come up to the lookout up here and have a look over the beach. Hope you enjoyed it.